lots of people are upset because, and remember last year, we were pissed off because Cody didn't win. Because I thought, but they have managed to make it better, I think. I didn't think they'd do it, but the people want to see it more now than they ever have. But at some point, will they tamper with this, one too many times? Or delay it or milk it or whatever?
Yeah, this was the one too many times based on the reaction outside of that arena from wrestling fans all across the world so far.
Well, and let's talk about that for a second, because before we get into the business office aspect of things, just what the fans have done, how many 100,000 tweets did hashtag We Want Cody get in a day or whatever?
Well, it's been a day, I think, or a day and a half, but as we are recording right now, Sunday, 335,000 tweets.
We want Cody.
And for the record, I saw We Want Rocky was also a trending earlier, but that was only, I think, 12,000 tweets.
Ouch.
That's a hell of a ratio right there.
Well, but here is the thing. Before we go any further with talking about what we really know and what might actually happen, when I saw this and I started thinking about this, I said they could eventually do it like this. I'm not saying they're going to. I don't know if they're going to. They probably won't. But would it be something that they would have set and thought and said, this will work, to have their cake and eat it too and have both of these matches? You can't deny that The Rock is a major Hollywood celebrity, and with Peacock now having more subscribers than ever, people that might not watch a wrestling event at this point. Oh shit, Rock's wrestling his Samoan cousin in the main event of this big spectacular fucking show that we can see with our Peacock prescription or subscription. Also,
they're not even cousins in any way.
Well, but you know what I'm saying. For the average person that ain't watching this show, because regardless of what they want to say about how mad they are, the people that are really into the WWE are watching WrestleMania, especially since it don't cost $100 anymore to order 2 pay-per-views.
That right there, you just hit the nail on the head what the problem is. The problem is WWE did something that would appeal more to non-fans than the actual weekly viewers. And what they did, I think based on the reaction we've seen so far, and this is what I expected, it has upset the viewers because you're taking something away from them that they've been waiting for really no good reason. Tickets are already sold.
Well, but no, it's not even about the tickets anymore.
Right, again, you brought up Peacock. It's something they think is going to appeal to people outside of wrestling, not wrestling fans. And I think that's always a dangerous road to go down, trying to appeal to the casuals or whatever you want to call them.
Well, but sometimes it works. When they thought they were going to shave either Trump's or Vince's head. They shaved Vince's. That worked.
Biggest pay-per-view ever, yeah.
And The Rock is certainly a bigger deal, not only to the wrestling audience, but the movie audience and whatever.
But he's not the big deal now that he was in 2013 when he came back.
Well, but the point I'm making is this an idea that they could have sold themselves on, that this will work? Because what happens every time anybody is built up to face Roman Reigns? In the big match, the rest of the bloodline comes down, and either because it's no DQ and they kick the shit out of somebody, or if not, they fucking wipe the referee out, and there are people been in fucking medically induced comas that come around quicker than the referee, and they beat the shit out of whoever the guy is challenging Roman, and he wins, right? That's it every time. So what about if Roman and Rock, this match I can't see being for the title, wouldn't be for the title. I wouldn't have it for the title if I was if I was in this position and I was going to get out of it, I would have The Rock versus Roman Reigns is the main event of night 2 of the biggest WrestleMania of all time, and get all that publicity and all the Peacocks and all that stuff, and Netflix would just be tickling themselves on their taint and all that. But Cody Rhodes is the one that stops all of the interference from any member of the bloodline personally on the spot so that The Rock, in a non-title match for the tribal chief position, defeats Roman Reigns because of Cody making the playing field even when Rock was about to suffer the same fate as everybody else has. And then there's Cody to hold The Rock's hand up. And then The Rock, as tribal chief, is the first one to lay down the goddamn proclamation that Solo and Uso and any other member of the bloodline is not allowed to assist Roman Reigns from now on. He has to win his battles himself. The only one that doesn't abide by The Rock, the new tribal chief's rules, is Paul Heyman, because he's not only not really blood, he's also a fucking conniving shyster crook con man. And so Roman has only Heyman as an ally over the next 2 or 3 months leading up to SummerSlam, where at that point, Cody Rhodes gets his opportunity to finish his story. He's taken away the bloodline. He's taken away the support system. He's taken away all of Roman Reigns' improper advantages, and now he's going to take the title. And The Rock could even be the special referee or whatever the fuck. But at the point that Roman Reigns suffers his loss for the championship, totally at the hands of Cody Rhodes, that's when Heyman stabs him in the fucking back, and Roman Reigns comes back as a babyface. Does that get him out of it?
No.
No?
I don't think so. I think people are going to be upset.
Then nothing can get him out of it.
I think, first of all, I think if it's Rocky versus Roman at WrestleMania, Roman has to win. Because it doesn't help the company for The Rock to win that match. First of all, The Rock's going to come out of that match needing multiple surgeries for injuries. I'll bet on that now. He's going to be fucked up after one match.
And we're not wishing on anyone.
I'm not wishing it on him, but I'm saying
afeared of it.
If you look at his previous matches over the last 15 years, and you look at everyone else who comes back after a time off, and he's 51 or whatever, and he's bigger than he naturally should be, he's going to get hurt. And he's not the guy you want as your champion. They've spent all this time building up Roman Reigns. It's worked. He's got to beat Rocky. That puts him over bigger than ever. That stuns The Rock. Let's see if he can really act. Show us how upset you are about that. And then you get something with Cody. Now, it should be at WrestleMania. It's stupid that it wouldn't be. This isn't like something you want to see at a Backlash or something. Takes away all the pomp and circumstance of 80,000 people and fireworks and everything.
Do you think it's a double bad whammy if they don't get to see Cody beat Roman, but at the same time Rock doesn't beat Roman?
I think they're going to have to play their cards perfectly for fans not to turn on Dwayne Johnson, because we're about to be inundated with his crap. His daughter all of a sudden is on NXT as the general manager. Despite no one thinking she has any specific abilities as a promo, as an on-camera personality. I think she tried out to be a wrestler or something. That didn't work.
Well, now hold up. We'll examine his auxiliary crew here that he's bringing in a second. But just staying on The Rock and Roman, I don't see how they're going to get away with not giving the people Cody and Roman and then having Roman Reigns beat The Rock and leave WrestleMania with, he did it again.
Now, again, maybe there are creative ways around that. I'm not saying I would necessarily do this, but maybe Cody beats Damian Priest and gets the Money in the Bank suitcase. Again, that's kind of a lame way to get around it. Maybe Cody wins Elimination Chamber and somehow could pick something from that. I don't know.
All right, how about this? How about if Cody if the match is for the title with Rock and Roman, and Cody helps The Rock win the title, and then we get The Rock and Cody for the title, and Cody beats The Rock.
If you want Dwayne Johnson to be booed, yeah, that's a great idea.
Well, I'm just trying to get out of this that they've got into now.
Well, let's go back a step. Cody and Roman was built up for WrestleMania last year. Everyone thought Cody was going to win. Cody lost. Fans were upset. We were told by Paul Heyman and Triple H and everyone, give it time. These are the early innings. The story still has to be told. And in that year, Cody is more over today than he was then.
Yeah.
Cody's the most over babyface in wrestling right now. And everyone knows that everyone knows this is the match they expected, especially when he won the Rumble. And it feels like it's being yanked away. We've seen this before. Bryan Danielson, when they eventually put him in that three-way match with Batista and Triple H, and he won. The fans kind of went crazy demanding it. I think we're going to have a problem now because Dwayne Johnson's not going to always be able to show up and get a surprise pop. And the fans and the chatter about this is getting louder and louder because it feels like for the first time in a real long while, WWE is like slapping the face of the fans with this. The reaction's been overwhelming. They did not expect it. Most disliked video in WWE YouTube history, to the point where someone just wrote to me, I have to check on this. They said they just put it up again a second time, but they cut out Cody's sad facial expressions. So I need to go and check out if that's a real thing.
What if they replaced it with a shot of Cody playing with his baby and he's smiling?
The Rock just started showing up. He gets put on the board of directors, given a ridiculous pay package. Nick Khan's his friend from childhood. Ari Emanuel's people have been representing him for years. And now all of a sudden, he's jumping right into the main event of this show that he wasn't needed for. I mean, that's the other thing. It's a kumbaya moment. The locker room gets along. They're doing great business, record business. Everything's working out fine. And then he's throwing himself right in the middle of it. And the word going around is that he was politicking for it. The other word going around is that he was politicking to win. So who knows? But this is a locker room morale crushing thing for someone who is a massive star from the past to come in and just take the spot on top when it's not needed, it's not necessary, and it may be counterproductive long term to everything they've been building and working on. And he's just going to be slotted in there.
Brian, I can explain to you why this happened. And I can also explain to you why you're so upset about this, why you're so incensed about this, because you're not listening to enough pleasant music.
What?
You're not listening to enough pleasant music.
That isn't true. I listen to so much pleasant music every single day.
No, you need to listen to some Carpenters.
What? No.
You need to listen. You need to listen to some of the Archies. A little Bang Shang-a-Lang.
Oh, the Archies.
Bang Bang.
I like the Archies.
That's how my heart went.
I like Bubblegum.
You need to put your Raycon wireless earbuds in. You need to shut out the outside world. And you need to listen to your own pleasant soundtrack. And it'll lift your mood. It'll improve your state of mind. You won't be thinking about all these scandals and backstabbing incidents and treachery and deceit and dishonor. You'll be thinking about the strawberry alarm clock and incense and peppermints.
That's not really a relaxing song.
Well, it certainly it is.
No, it's not.
Incense and peppermints, the color of time.
That's not how they sang it. That certainly is not how the record sounds in any way.
You could listen to Alley-Oop by the Hollywood Argyles. That's a fun, boppy song.
Well, you're just all over the place. That was written by Kim Fowley, by the way. But you're all over the place. It certainly was.
Well, with the Raycon Everyday Earbuds, you can be all over the place because you can listen to anything you want. You can play the soundtrack that your mind hears and imagine what kind of fucking chaos that'll be. You've got the optimized gel tips for the perfect in-ear fit. You just stick them in there, and the gel instantly bonds to your skin and forms a permanent seal. So there's no way you're going to be able to shake or drag these things out. And now the surgery for the removal of the Raycon Everyday Earbuds is cheaper than ever. It's covered by most major insurance. And your Raycons are here for not only a good time, but a long time. Much like many of your other relationships, with 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life. And, Brian, they've got the customizable sound profiles, 3 of them, the earbud tap functions, the noise isolation mode, the awareness mode. Basically, you can put these things, you can call cabs with these things. If you got the Raycon wireless earbuds in, if you put your index finger on your right hand in your right ear and you whistle with 2 fingers in your mouth, then it will broadcast it off the left channel to all the taxi cab companies in the area.
Not true.
You've tried that in New York, haven't you?
I have not, and it's a real bitch.
And it helps also if you're standing on one leg and hopping and waving the other arm over your head and screaming like a chicken. People will stop. Sometimes it's not even a cab. It's just random people in a car will stop when they see you.
None of this has anything to do with Raycon. As you said at the top, you could listen to fine tunes, some good music. You could answer your phone calls. You could listen to a podcast or a wrestling show, whatever you want.
Well, imagine that. And, Valentine's Day is coming up. So get your significant other a set of these bad boys and put it on the noise isolation mode. And that way you don't have to talk to them and they won't be able to hear you. So it tremendously elongate your relationship. And anyway, right now, if you go to buy Raycon, that's BUYRAYCON, buyraycon.com/JCE, you can get 15% off so you can save money on whatever bimbo or bimbet you're buying something for the holiday, for Valentine's Day. 15% off and free shipping. They'll bring it to the old hag or the miserable piece of shit that you're involved with, whichever one applies, and not charge you for shipping or the extra 15% you're going to get off the whole total. So that's a good deal, right?
That's a good deal.
Well,
Right.
if there's 3 or 4 people that you don't like in your life, you can save money and get them something where that they can't hear you and won't want to talk to you either.
Well, maybe
So
just
buy a set of these for everybody that you really just pisses you off that you don't like.
Well,
And tell them to shove these in their fucking ears.
I don't want to discourage anyone from buying these for anyone, but let's focus on the people that you like in your life.
Well, there's a lot more of them that I don't like than ones that I like. So it seems to me that Raycon's business would be enhanced if I was buying them for people that I didn't like. Because there's a ton of them. They'd sell fucking everyday earbuds out there, everyday asses. Think how many people you don't like.
Yeah, I'm not
Think
buying
how many
anything for
people
them.
you do like.
I'm not spending a cent on any of these people.
Well, fuck them then.
Exactly.
So,
Buy your own Raycon.
Because you've already got your everyday earbuds, but
That's
other
right.
people don't.
And nor will they with my money.
Well, then you're going to have to put up with them hearing you and talking to you, because there won't be anything to cut them off from the outside world.
So your solution is to find all the people I don't like and buy them noise-canceling earbuds so I don't have to hear them?
Yeah, tell them stick these in your ears, then they won't be able to hear you and they won't want to talk to you, so you don't have to deal with them. They'll be in their own world. And then potentially, if you can get them all to wear them at the same time and broadcast some kind of, I don't know, high-frequency signal, you could fry all their brains at the same time, and they'd be goddamn just wandering around like fucking turkeys, gobbling and looking up at the sky when it rains, and they'd drown.
I don't know about that. Once again, incense and peppermints, ladies and gentlemen. You can hear great tunes, relaxing tunes, whatever it may be, rock and roll, rap, everything in between with Raycon.
Yes. All you have to do is go to incenseandpeppermints.com. I'm sorry, buyraycon.com.
Raycon. That's right.
/incense and peppermints. No, /JCE. 15% off and free shipping on the incense or the peppermints. But
That's
anyway,
right.
so I just wanted to get that in.